here back at the Fantasy Bar. Time for your Friday six-pack. Look at 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, including a team that I am looking to stack tonight. A cheap play on both sides, under 3K on DraftKings. I think is the best value on the slate. A starting pitcher. I don't expect much ownership in a very good matchup. And, of course, my favorite play tonight, I think, is going to have a huge night. Who are we talking about? Only one way to find out. Belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, everybody. Time for your Friday six-pack. 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar. Now, before we get into the plays of the day, couple things. First off, our first play of the video will now be found in our preview video. We'll recap the last video and look ahead to today's six-pack. So check that out if you have not already on Twitter and on our RotoGrinders YouTube page. That's where you'll find hitter number 1 for the day. So go and look at that. And now let's get to the housekeeping. First thing, thumbs up button. If you enjoy the content, you like hanging out in the Fantasy Bar, hit that thumbs up button. That's our tip jar here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Don't miss any of the content. And check out scoresandodds.com/beer. Tons of great sports betting information over there. Premium picks as well if you don't have the time to dig in. Great stuff. Go and check it out today. That link, again, right below me in the description. All right, again, our leadoff play was in the leadoff video, so go and check that out. Let's get into our second play here. That's third baseman Josh Young of Texas. The Young's put some huge games on the board, and it's exactly what we're looking for in tournaments. A guy that can really break the slate. He has done that here multiple times. In fact, 3 30 or more DraftKings points game over the last 8. We know he's a six-pack favorite here. Guy has a ton of potential and been outstanding against left-handed pitching. Obviously a limited sample here, just a month into the season, but both Woba, ISO over 500 against lefties, solid 50% hard contact rate here, and Anderson almost half the time gonna lead on that fastball against righties. Bad news here against Josh Young, 632 ISO so far for him against that pitch. So a great matchup here. Price is more than fair, under 4K. Love me some Josh Young here on this Friday night slate. All right, let's stay there with Texas. Think they're very stackable tonight. We're going to go with the catcher, Jonah Heim. So love this Texas stack here tonight, and I always love including a catcher in the stack if possible. Knocks that out on DraftKings. Don't always have to use a catcher over on FanDuel, but think he's very viable over there as well. The numbers right there with Josh Young as far as hitting left-handed pitching. Woba at almost 500. ISO approaching 400 here for him this season. And Anderson has really struggled with right-handed hitters. A Woba at almost 400 allowed, some power as well at 259 in the ISO department. Also checks our power mix box at 44% fly ball rate, 40% hard contact rate. Loving the Rangers here tonight. Jonah Heim, whether you stack him or not, knocks out that catcher spot for you over on DraftKings. All right, let's get you my favorite value play of the night. We're going to go to the outfield with Edward Oliveira of the Royals. So Kansas City, not a team we're going to feature a lot here, but when I see a guy like this under 3K, especially on DraftKings, solid value here tonight. So we're going to jump all over this one. Been good against lefties, ISO over 200, and that's with the BABIP sitting at just 250. So been a little bit unlucky here. This guy can definitely hit lefties at a higher rate than what we've seen so far, and swinging a good bat right now. 3 multi-hit games for him over the last 7. Muller been a disaster so far, as we're going to see out a lot of these Oakland pitchers. 17 earned runs in just the last 4 starts alone. There's a lot of home run in each of those starts and giving up a big 374 Woba to right-handed hitters. So Oliveira is one of the better value plays tonight, especially over on DK at under 3,000. All right, let's get you our starting pitcher next. Some solid options on this slate, but we are rolling with Luis Castillo of Seattle. I think there's some safer guys people are going to look to here tonight, maybe some better matchups that people are going to be eyeing, so should keep the ownership down here on Luis Castillo. I think that's a mistake. This guy in a better matchup than you'd think here. Houston, a big name, no doubt, but let's dig into some of the numbers here. First of all, don't get into a ton of home road splits, but very stark difference here in Castillo at home and away this season. 4 home starts for him, 29 strikeouts over that stretch here, and has limited left-handed hitters. When we bring this up, when you think about the Astros, who do you think about? You think about Tucker, you think about Alvarez. Those are the guys that can do damage with power. Way down at 0.34, the ISO form against lefties. So if we keep those guys in the yard, the rest of this lineup looks like it's going to be right-handed hitters, and he's been money against righties. Strikeout rate at almost 30% this season against righties. So a better than expected matchup here with Houston. We get the low ownership here. We're spending up on Luis Castillo. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Friday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. All you got to do, head to the comment section. Make sure you've clicked that thumbs up button if you have not already. And guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my highest scoring hitter. The closest guess wins an absolutely free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Chance to check it all out behind the scenes. All right, let's wrap this baby up. Let's finish strong here. My favorite play for Friday night. You know, Matt's the beast of the night. All right, Beast time. We owe you one more hitter. We're going to go to first base with Matt Olson of the Braves, tonight's Beast of the night. So the power switch definitely engaged right now with Matt Olson. 4 home runs for him over just the last 8 games. Been money against righties as we'd expect. Woba over 400. Big ISO that leads this potent Atlanta team with a 351 in that department against righties this season. And Kramer, a guy we certainly want to pick on Atlanta. Very stackable here tonight, righties and lefties, but lefties specifically. 440 is the Woba allowed for Kramer, 237 the ISO. Ton of hard contact as well, over 40%, and has allowed multiple home runs this season 3 times already. I think the Braves have a field day here. Matt Olson, my favorite play in the slate, and tonight's Beast of the night. All right, guys, that'll do it with our Friday 6-pack. Again, the opening pick in our preview video, so go check that out. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in the comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my highest scoring hitter for a shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. Who's your beast of the night? Who's your top play? Hitter, pitcher, your favorite stack? What are you rolling with tonight? Let's talk some baseball in that YouTube comment section. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on the slate tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.